Nick, why are we doing another segment about a 4K restoration? Nobody cares about the movies you want to see. They all want to talk about the movies that they want to see. Nobody else is doing things like this. You did one on The Killer, that didn't do anything. You did one on Ninja Turtles, that got like 17 views. And think about how many Ninja Turtle fans there are. Why are you doing this? Actually, I think you're wrong, because my Ninja Turtles did about 50 views, so correct yourself. And as far as The Killer, who didn't like that? Chow Yun Fat, Hard Boiled. These are just movies that definitely deserve a 4K restoration. I'm just saying, I think people really like this segment, and my Ninja Turtle ones is soon gonna take off, believe me. Cool, great. But again, I don't think people like this segment. You should have got that from the Ninja Turtles clue. Come on. Will y'all just please tell him to cut it out?
No more drugs for that man.
Welcome back with yours truly, Nick from Movie AV Impulse. And of course, today we are going to be talking about another 4K restoration. I hope you guys liked the little intro that I did for you. Anyways, today I'm talking about Seven. One of the craziest thrillers, I think, suspenseful, keep you on the edge of your seat, movies to come out in the mid-90s. I absolutely loved it, especially the first time that I seen it. I think we all kind of guessed of what was in the box, but it also coin phrased that term, what's in the box, because every time I used to get a box from Amazon and my wife got one, guess what I was saying to her?
What's in the box? Not till you give me the What's gun. In the fucking box?
This movie was directed by David Fincher, who also did The Panic Room and one of my best friend's personal favorites, Fight Club. That movie is just a whole nother movie that we should be talking about also. This movie starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, who also plays in one of the greatest movies, my personal favorite, Shawshank Redemption, is just a thriller that you'll never forget. And I feel like it's really important to get a 4K restoration. Clean up a little bit of that grain. And what I would love, and call me crazy, but almost 90% of this movie, it's raining. And it's either raining or it's pouring. I would love for them to do a Dolby Atmos track where every time that you're in that rain, you just hear the rain coming from the ceiling. Because I feel like when you hear things like that, it gets you more immersed into the movie. It gives you that experience that you're actually there. And when it comes to movies and cinema, isn't that the whole point of it? Now, I know the movie was meant to be filmed kind of in a darker environment, but I feel like if we were to redo this in 4K and give it a proper restoration, that these dark scenes might reveal things that we could have noticed before, but we couldn't see it because the blacks were so mushed together and they were just looked like a blob in the background. And I know sometimes that's the director's intent, but sometimes I feel like it's not. And because of the technology that they had back then, they just couldn't really clean it up much more or give it more lighting without compromising the feel of the movie. And also, once Kevin Spacey enters the movie, even though it stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, I think Kevin Spacey totally steals the entire movie after that. Just my opinion. You can argue with me all you want, but I think that last 20 minutes that Kevin Spacey is in this movie, he is absolutely brilliant and genius. And then the one thing that always made me laugh about the movie, and probably one of the only parts, is when he hops out of the cab, goes into the police station, and he's just covered in blood. And I can't imagine not one police officer, seeing him with all this blood, but that's besides the point. Anyways, who's with me on this 4K restoration? I know I'm on board. I think I want to start getting a petition started on movies, especially with movie collectors and movie watchers, and maybe start trying to submit some of these lists to some of these bigger companies, because we're getting these stupid 4K releases that nobody's asking for, and I don't get where they think it's going to make money. And then they end up losing money, and then people like Kino or Shao or Scream Factory, they don't really want to put the money into another movie that should really get that budget. They end up putting it into things like Sharknado. I'm sorry, but I would not want to see a Sharknado in 4K Blu-ray. But I'm sure somewhere down the line, because it has this quote-unquote cult following, it's going to get it. And if it hasn't been announced already, because I can't keep on the blogs every day. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you agree with me. If not, leave it in the comments. What would you like to see for the 4K restoration? As always, come tune in on Wednesday for my top 5. And I will have some more special guests that I don't want to make the announcements yet because it's not cemented. But we will have some special guests sometimes on my top 5. Anyways, as always, let me know your opinions. Like and subscribe.